All right, guys, Sebastian here again. This is going to be chapter 5 of the story. This one, I'm going to kind of tell you like how I finally got an answer, completely unexpected. My question was, what do I do? And yeah, I mean, and what I want to tell you is going to sound that it's going to be kind of like super weird and out of the movies. And I guess this is how movies are made, but I swear, this is exactly what happened. Eventually I was at this meditation, then I went to the house of my meditation teacher. And as I told you before, she's like a medium, and she does a lot with energies. So we sat down, and she pretty much sat me down, and, I believe she like put me on like a massage table, and she started scanning me, and, she started doing all these energy things. And she said, like, you're in pretty bad shape. It's up to you if you want to live or not. That's literally pretty much what she said. At this point, it's your decision. If you want to die, you're most likely gonna die. If you want to live, you'll live, but it's gonna take a while. And obviously, I was like, oh, I want to live. Like, I don't want to die yet. And she ended up talking to like elders and literally spirits, angels. I mean, you could call them whatever you want to call them if you believe in this stuff. Again, I swear this is what happened. I'm not really making this up at all. And they pretty much said that it was going to take a lot, like some time for me to heal. And she pretty much kind of like asked them what to give me, and started giving me like all these supplements, like probiotics, magnesium. What else did they give me at the time? It was mostly like probiotics type thing. I didn't really understand what probiotics were. And then she told me that obviously that the reason that all this happened was because of my stomach. And I was like, okay, I guess it makes sense, because I took all these antibiotics. And so I was like, you know what, I'll give it a shot. I have really nothing else to lose. I'll believe all this stuff, because I'm not getting any answers from regular doctors. I'm not getting answers from CAT scan people. I'm not getting answers from MRI people. I'm not getting answers from anybody. They're all telling me it's all in my head. But here, at least someone is telling me something that could be a possibility. So I'm like, at this point, live or die, I'm going to do it. So I ended up she gave me all these supplements. I started taking them over time, slowly. Obviously, that was not an answer that I was expecting, I'll be honest, with the stomach thing, but I took it. And I started taking this probiotics. I started, trying to figure out what to do. Again, every time I would take these drugs, my body would still go into like this weird mode. And yeah, it was pretty crazy, because after that, I started feeling a little bit of change, as in like in a good way. Again, I was super like, I guess now that I knew it was my stomach, according to like my energy healer and my meditation teacher, I said I need to understand what I'm doing, like what is going on here. So I just literally started, again, kind of like, it's just this time, it's such a like a what do you call that? It's such like a gray area, because it was so much happening that I guess my body, like my mind, kind of put it in the back of its head to kind of protect me from like going back to that moment and like reliving that traumatic experience. But again, even with all those supplements, my body still, every day I could feel it got worse and worse and worse and worse. Then I got a book. I remember I said, you know what? There's hope here now. I guess if it really is my stomach, I'm going to give it my all. And I'm just going to study this stuff, because it's clear that nobody really knows what's going on. At least I got an answer here. So literally, I got a book. I think it was by Dr. Axe. It's called Eat Dirt, which is really funny. But I remember reading about it, and he kind of said, having people with similar experiences, that he treat people with similar experiences, as in like, stomach issues. I still at this point I was clueless to everything that has to do with nutrition. I had no idea, so I was still eating like all these foods, like chips and potato chips and hamburgers and all this food, bread like crazy. And I didn't, at this point, I didn't really connect it with diet still. So you can imagine everything that I was eating was literally making my body go into crazy mode. And my body, obviously, I was still eating processed food and trash. And my body was really not, I was not giving my body the nutrients it needed to fully heal. Obviously, by eating processed food, that's not going to work out. And yeah, this is kind of like super, it was really hard because, again, I was in this situation for like about 6 months where I did not go anywhere. Like I was just stagnant, completely just the same way for like about, or maybe I'm exaggerating. It was like 3 to 4 months where I was just in the same situation where I wasn't, at least I was alive. I know I wasn't dying anymore because I'm assuming whatever the supplements that I was given, which I don't really remember at the time right now, but they kept me like, I guess they put me into like this stable mode where like I was not dying anymore, and whatever I was eating was kind of like helping me just stay like that. And that really terrified me because I remember by like month 2, I had not seen any, like, I mean, I stopped feeling like I was dying, but I was just stuck. And I was like, holy crap, like I'm 25 and I lived, I guess, I'm alive, but I'm gonna be like this, for how long? For the rest of my life? Is this gonna be like, is this gonna be me? Like just laying in bed, my mom taking care of me and my dad, and that's it. Like, this is crazy. Obviously, that really, really creates something in your head where, you start thinking things that you're not supposed to think, you start kind of like, I don't know, you start just, you're like, what is the point of living? If this is going to be like this, like, what am I going to do like this? Like, this is stupid. And obviously you go into very, very dark corners of your mind. You start just, your mind just goes into this weird, like super dark place. Obviously, again, I'll explain this later, but your stomach is responsible for a lot of the way you feel. Obviously, I'm pretty sure you already know that if you're watching this, but I wasn't, like, the chemicals that were being made in my stomach were pretty much non-existent. The ones that are supposed to keep you happy and, whatever, that was not working properly at all. And yeah, it was this period of time, I was just stuck for like those, I guess, 6 months. Overall, it was really 6 months where I was just completely stuck. And obviously I couldn't keep my job. The life as I knew in Los Angeles was pretty much gone. I knew that was not going to happen again. And that really took a toll on my mind and stuff. So yeah, this is kind of like the answer that I got, which was all related to my stomach. I want to stop it here. And the next one, I'm going to be talking about more about like how I keep talking about my body deteriorating, but actually I'm going to go a little bit more depth on the effects that it had on my mind. And I'm going to try to be very detailed on how like just how I saw myself in this, which to this day, I can't believe I can do this now. To me, this is like a miracle. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to stop it here. Hopefully you guys, I mean, I know this sounds super hippy dippy, but I swear this is exactly what happened. If it wasn't for her, I'd probably be dead for sure. So I'm really grateful for her, and her name is DeAnna Graziano. I'm actually doing a meditation with her. It's called the Twin Hearts meditation, because that's a meditation that I did a lot while I was sick. And it really, really helped me a lot. And it's helped a lot of people that I know as well. I'll put her information below, probably on every video, because she deserves, all of her practice, everything she does, whether you believe it or not. She is amazing. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't at least for her guidance in that specific moment where I needed it the most. She came through, the elders, the angels, spirits all came through, because I saw it. And to this day, I'm like, wow, there's so much more out there in the world that nobody realizes and nobody thinks is true. But we're literally surrounded by energy. And there's things that we can't even imagine that exist out there. And it's not scary. I'm not scared of it anymore. Obviously, because you're always going to fear what you don't know. It's just how life works, you know? So at the time, obviously I was scared about that stuff still, but now I'm like, we're just all living beings living in this, energetic world, and there's realms that we don't even know exist, and they exist. Well, anyway, I'll keep it there. I'll go ahead and the next one, and I'll tell you more about that. And again, thank you so much for staying tuned. If you've gotten this far, really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next one.